Hello YouTube, this is Ben Yessel. Again, I'm going to make some more videos this evening. By the way, just to kind of clear my head a little bit, and tonight, thinking about a lot of things, a little bit angry, sure. Sometimes I'm angry at the world, I'm angry at a lot of things, but yeah, I went for a long walk. Long walk. It got kind of dark when I got home. I was out for a few hours. It was a little bit longer walk than I'm used to, but I really needed to get out. And like I say, I had just a ton of new topics I want to talk about here. Some of them are related to other things I've talked about in the past. I'm still going to generate more ideas, of course, for fantasy things. That's still going to be coming always until I die. So, all right. But in this video, I'm talking about what we all wanted from SimCity. Those of us who played SimCity, right? What we all wanted from SimCity, but we never really got. So this is kind of, I know this video is kind of more geared toward people that have played the SimCity video games. So that's SimCity. Original one, I guess, is on a few different types of computers. They had I'm guessing Nintendo even. I don't know. I can't remember which. I played the one on an old IBM or a PC or something. So there's the original SimCity, and there's SimCity 2, as I remember playing. And they had SimCity 3, which is a lot more elaborate. Design your own buildings if you wanted to. Well, I didn't really get too much into that, but that was pretty cool. Very cool. And then SimCity 4. And then they came out with all the dorkier ones. SimCity 5, which is, and the SimCity Societies. And I've heard other SimCity games in the works. I just have, not really. Maybe there's others that I don't know about, but I'm pretty sure those. We're talking more about the first 4, I guess, because all the other ones. I've looked into it again, but you probably I don't know. So, by all means, you can give me some of your comments on if you've played more of the recent SimCity games, if they are better indeed. So I would appreciate feedback on, especially on the newer stuff. But this is what I think we were looking for, which never really got in the original SimCity games. Now, in the first SimCity, I remember this very clearly, had some very interesting ideas. A little bit boxy, of course. Your zones were one size fits all, just 2x3, 2 squares by 3 squares, rectangular kinds of things. Residential, industrial, commercial. Residential guys are green, little squares. Your commercials are blue. Your offices and stores, whatever. Your shopping areas and your business areas, and then your industrial areas were yellow. So, and you had your other little things like power plants and parks, which are kind of the park graphics are really, I think, nice, very nice looking. You had railroads and roads, and you had stadiums, and maybe a few other things I'm forgetting about. There wasn't really a whole lot of variety. So, SimCity kind of had its little things, and it was kind of a one-size-fits-all thing. It was hard to be very creative with it. But, it had a certain charm to it, I think. It was inevitable that if you had a river running through your city, and if you had a water body, or if you, in the middle of your city, if it was really posh, gosh, I don't know, it's like the whole city wanted to go there. Some magnets and all that. I don't know. The city really upped the city center thing. That first, second SimCity was it was okay. It did a lot with those futuristic things. I remember those futuristic living areas that were kind of pretty nifty looking. It was actually, I thought it was a lot better than SimCity. But again, there's something I'm trying to talk about here. You probably not sensing it. I'll get to this in a bit as I go. It's just kind of flat. It's just kind of, yeah. The night SimCity 3 started having some terraforming things. You started having some hills and you could do a little more with the landscaping, I guess. It was a bigger map, and yeah, you can custom design buildings and things. So it was getting a bit more customizable. With SimCity 4, you started having metropolises and cities connected with other cities, and a greater variety of everything. So you had this growing progression of different numbers of different kinds of roads and mass transit and subways and all these things, different kinds of power plants, different kinds of zones, different kinds of financial things, all these growing options. SimCity 4 lets you kind of yeah, you could just do more. By the time you got to SimCity 5, you could do all kinds of funky road designs. And, things didn't. There was no more grid thing, or it was a lot more windy. Or the problem with SimCity 5, I didn't play SimCity 5 myself, but the city size was too small. Maybe they were just going for that little detail. It was hard to get that size of city. Like SimCity 4 had some really big areas you could work with, which was nice. No, the SimCity Societies things, I never really did that because it was kind of almost like a Sims kind of really pop thing. I never really got into this. It's kind of dumb. Oh, you can have your different kind of guys. You have your hipsters and your I don't know, your gangsters. It was SimCity Societies was kind of. I saw it. I was like, no, this is not. No. So, man, I'm just speaking for myself. I think urban design is very interesting. This is something that I could have gotten into that I never really got into. I could have. I was interested in architecture. I could have gotten into urban design, I think, but I was too good at music. I love music, so. But urban design is interesting. I've definitely have interest in urban design. Goodness knows Seattle could use some better design ideas with transportation, maybe. Could use some futuristic things, especially if they're not super costly. I don't know. We're going to have a subway, basically. It's inevitable. But anyway, so what we all wanted, I'm sure we would all want more varieties of different kinds of trees we could plant. Like in SimCity 4, you could put down animals and trees and a lot of different kinds of trees here and there. There's more options for vegetation and other things like that. And there's more options for water. The thing is, the more that you can get everything that you have on Earth, and then some, you can probably have alien environments, but you can always do more with the land and the wide variety of plants and other things like that. I don't know, all kinds of stuff. The city itself, I think that by the time you get to SimCity 4, maybe 5, but you can always make windier roads, or whatever. You can customize them. But 5-lane versus your city basic kind of city ideas for the most part had kind of run throughout. You can always come up with multiple designs for different schools, colleges, and everything. But yeah, it's the aesthetics. I don't think too many SimCity players are really that into aesthetics or beauty when it comes to, like, say, the landscape. But when you look at really well-designed and beautiful cities that are inspiring, like cities are kind of a lot of times kind of dirty. Well, Paris. I know you can say there's a lot of dirty areas in Paris. You know which areas of Paris I'm talking about, but maybe Paris isn't necessarily the best example. Perhaps maybe I don't know, Chicago, or with the skyscrapers, or San Francisco. San Francisco with their trolleys and the hills. okay, London. London has its own world charm, all the parks and everything, and Venice, the canals. And so cities should have a certain identity to them, something that makes them unique. This is about kind of, especially in the United States, it's kind of a cookie cutter thing going on. I hate it. The modern thing. So that's what we wanted. We wanted more customization of everything. And so I guess that's why SimCity 3 was so popular, because you could do that. But honestly, it took way too long designing buildings in that game. Way too long. I mean, unless you really, geez, I don't know. Maybe you really wanted to get into that a lot more. So I had a friend who got into that. So Maxis, I think you've heard all this stuff before. I don't know if you've done anything else about it, but I know it would take terabytes sometimes to make the games that we really want. We like the big cities. Not, SimCity 5, I think with the online connection needed, that was not a good thing. It's just a kind of question how you do the internet thing, but no. Yeah, I mean, I think we want to ideally have a whole world to ourselves, or worlds, and making a city. It shouldn't take too long to make the kind of city you want. It shouldn't take too much physical effort. Using a mouse and scrolling here and there. Really, so the interface with designing the land itself before you get the city going. You can always make that easier, but you can also have just flowers, naturally occurring flowers. You don't have to have parks to have flowers. You can just have meadows of just flowers. What about rocks? Different colored rocks just standing out. But desert environments. I don't know. So these are things we wanted. There's some people that love disasters, but I never like destroying my cities. So I would say them, of course. Yeah, the King Kong, the Godzilla in Tokyo. Yeah, I also never really enjoyed the landmarks in my cities. Why would you put a landmark that already exists in your city? A big gigantic Eiffel Tower in the middle of farmland. Who does that? But maybe these people enjoyed it. But, I don't know. Anyways, I know this movie's this video is more for your SimCity players out there. But let me know your thoughts and comments below. I'll talk to you guys soon.